What's up, y'all? This message today is going to be more directed towards the men in the audience. The ladies, you're more than welcome to listen. But we are going to be talking about semen retention. Just FYI. Listen, fellas. In case you haven't noticed, a lot of us hadn't been doing things the right way for a long time. And one thing that we have to break free from is the sexualization of everything. Semen retention is a real thing. I was fascinated by this when I was a boy, when I learned that sumo wrestlers practice semen retention, and their senseis, their masters, or trainers, whoever they are, they wake them up. They wake up the sumos before they can have a wet dream. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I succumbed to one of those this morning. I'm sorry if that's too much information, but it's the truth. And there's nothing weird about it. I practice semen retention. Our sexual energy has a lot of power behind it. And our sacred fluid is sacred for a reason. It's not to be just wasted and spewed about. This is especially important for all the young men out there. As your hormones are changing and you're going up and down, we're taught to believe that, cracking one out is completely cool. In which, again, there's no right or wrong. When you retain semen, your hormones start to normalize. Your masculine side intensifies in a good way. Your testosterone naturally increases. You can look up all these benefits, okay? I will give a more in-depth opinion about this, but these are the things that I want y'all to think about. Now, and I'm not saying that this rules out sexual relations. I'm not saying that whatsoever. What I'm saying is that the sexual energy is not to just be wasted. Your seed is sacred, bro. Your seed is sacred, bro. I repeat, your seed is sacred, bro. A woman is sacred, much like we are sacred. We're just sacred in our different rights. This is old knowledge, man. Knowledge that they hid from us. Knowledge that they have tried to conform to their screwed up way of life and thinking and programming. It's all coming out. And I'm just here trying to give you a little bit of the information before it goes out everywhere. Because it is going to get broadcasted everywhere. We are amongst a gigantic great awakening. Things are beautiful. And things are also not what they seem. We've been lied to about so many consciousness. We've been lied to about Christ consciousness. Reconnecting to the earth, eating clean, getting healthy, physically, mentally, spiritually. These are all important, and semen retention goes hand in hand with that. Don't be spreading your seed all over your bathroom floor, man. It's not to be wasted. All joking aside. This is not saying you should not be sexual. And I'm not saying you should do this, that, or the other. I'm saying there's ample evidence to suggest that when men retain their semen, they become more divinely connected. They become more connected to being a true masculine. And this shows in the physical. Not for nothing, when you boost up your confidence as a man, what do you think that does? That's a positive cycle. Because that confidence just boosts your confidence more and more and more and more and more, and you push out those negative thoughts, man. Semen retention helps with that. We've been taught to be ashamed to talk about sex, all that kind of stuff. I'll tell you a true story. In high school, when we had health class, my health teacher was also my wrestling coach. And when we got to the portion when we were going to talk about sex, I was very intrigued to hear what he'd have to say because, you know, I was a little Romeo myself back then. And he said, you shouldn't have sex until you get married. Mr. R, you're not married, right? And he said, no. And I said, have you ever been married before? And he said, no. And I said, so that means you're a virgin. Well, let me tell you what, buddy. The whole class found that amusing, but he did not at wrestling practice. I can assure you of that. But these are the things that we need to talk about. To get healthy, man, who is more easily controlled? The man that I was a year ago. Morbidly obese. Depressed. Just all in the dumps, beat and broken. Or the man I am today. Which man is more easily controlled? This man or this man? Regardless of my accomplishments, this man or the past man? I can tell you right now, buddy. A lot harder to control a lion in his prime. But we got to talk about this stuff. I love y'all. Stay wild. Stay free. Do some research. Question everything. Love y'all.